That'll do it. Fuck. Just doing some competitive Paladins. That's a lot of nothing happening right now. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Actually, I should edit the... I'm just gonna edit this real quick. With Dracula. There we go. Done. So now, during all of our long loading times, I can start reading Dracula by Bram Stoker. Chapter 1. Jonathan Harker's Journal, kept in shorthand. 3rd of May, Bistritz. Left Munich at 8:35 p.m. on the 1st of May. Arriving at Vienna early next morning. Should have arrived at 6:46, but train was an hour late. Budapest seems a wonderful place. From the glimpse which I got of it from the train, and the little I could walk through the streets. I feared to go very far from the station, as we arrived late and would start as near the correct time as possible. The impression I had was that we were leaving the west and entering the east, the most western of splendid bridges over the Dunaba, which is here of noble width and depth. Took us among the traditions of Turkish rule. We left in pretty good time, and came after nightfall to Klausenburg. Here I stopped for the night at the Hotel Royal. I had for dinner, or rather supper, a chicken done up some way with red pepper, which was very good, but thirsty. Memo. Get recipe for Mina. I asked the waiter, and he said it was called a paprika handil, or paprika handy, and that it was a national dish. I should be able to get it anywhere along the Carpathians. I found my smattering of German very useful here. Indeed, I don't know how I should be able to get on without it. Having had some time at my disposal when in Having had some time at my disposal when in London, I had visited the British Museum and made search among the books and maps in the library regarding Transylvania. It had struck me that some foreknowledge of the country could hardly fail to have some importance in dealing with the noblemen of that country. I find that the district he named is... What? I find that the district he named is in the extreme east of the country, just on the borders of 3 states, Transylvania, Moldavia, and Bukovina, in the midst of the Carpathian Mountains, one of the wildest and least known portions of Europe. I was not able to light on any map or work giving the exact locality of the castle Dracula, as there are no maps of this country as yet to compare with our own Ordnance Survey maps. But I found that Bistritz, the post town named by Count Dracula, is a fairly well-known place. I shall enter here some of my notes, as they may refresh my memory when I talk over my travels with Mina. Damn, it's still going on. 6 whole minutes. Well, on the bright side, I could say I get to read a lot, which I am perfectly okay with. And plus, Strix in his bounty hunter outfit looks pretty cool. Alright. In the population of Transylvania, there are 4 distinct nationalities. Saxons in the south, and mixed with them are the Wallachs, Wallachs, who are the descendants of the Dacians, Magyars, in the west, and I remember this fucking word. I still don't know what the fuck it means. Szekelys. Zekelis? I have no idea. In the east and north. I am going among the latter, who claim to be descended from Attila and the Huns. Attila. Descended from Attila the Huns. This may be so, for when the Magyar... Again, this word. I know it's a real word, but it's just so fucking weird in, like... I've never seen a Y put after a G but before an A. Until I read this book. So, yeesh. Magyars. For when the Magyars conquered the country in the 11th century, they found the Huns settled in it. I read that every known superstition in the world is gathered into the horseshoe of the Carpathians. As if it were the centra of some sort of imaginative whirlpool. If so, my stay may be more interesting. Memo. I must ask the Count all about them. I did not sleep well. Though my bed was comfortable enough, for I had all sorts of queer dreams, there was a dog howling all night under my window, which may have had something to do with it. Or it may have been the paprika, for I had to drink up all the water in my carafe, or my seraph, and was still thirsty. Towards morning, I slept and was wakened by the continuous knocking at my door. So I guess I must have been sleeping soundly then. I had for breakfast more paprika and a sort of porridge of maize, M-A-I-Z-E, flour, which they said was mamalik. All these words are so foreign to me. Mamaliga. And eggplant stuffed with force meat. The fuck is force meat? I need to look this up, actually. Good old Google. A mixture of meat or vegetables chopped in seasons for use as a stuffing or garnish. Oh. So just a whole bunch of various, like, meats and vegetables. Okay. A varied... Alright, okay, hold on. I had for breakfast more paprika, and a sort of porridge of maize flour, which they said was mamalega, and eggplant stuffed with forcemeat, a very excellent dish, which they call implatita. Memo. Get recipe for this also. I had to hurry breakfast, for the train started a little before 8, or rather it ought to have done so, for after rushing to the station at 7:30, I had to sit in the carriage for more than an hour before we began to move. It seems to me that the further east you go, the more unpunctual are the trains. What ought they to be in China? Oh, we got some shade thrown out here. Bram Stoker, you shade thrower. All day long we seemed to dawdle through the country, which was full of beauty of every kind. Sometimes we saw little towns or castles on the top of steep hills, such as we see in old missals. I'm gonna look this up too. I think I know what this is. MISSAL. Oh, this was not what I thought at all. I thought it was going to be like a painting or a tabard or something like that. No, it's a book containing the texts used in the Catholic Mass throughout the... Okay, so it's basically like a Bible. Finally, we're here. This is going to take a while. Ain't it?
Enemies turn to ban.
Hola, team. How's it going? I don't actually speak Spanish. I speak Russian. If the name didn't give it away... Oh, that's nice.
Enemies turn to ban. Your team's turn to ban.
Enemy just does not want... Enemy does not want snipers here. It's okay, Leon is basically a sniper. It'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, they just don't... You know what? Probably wants to pick Drogos. Hey, they might just want to pick Drogos and they don't want to be picked off from half a mile away. I can pick Saris. I'll go Saris. Oh, she will.
Your turn to pick. Customize your champion.
I'll leave that to you guys.
Saris.
I think it was... Yeah, it was, yeah. I think this guy wanted to be Zin though, so he can switch off to Zin, and then you can switch off to Khan, whatever, right? All right, start to swapping. It's a lot of swipping. Oh damn, you look very militaristic, Buck. Oh my gosh. Hopefully.
I'm practically quivering with anticipation.